Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another react. This time here we're going back to the rock and roll with Huey Lewis in the News and Heart of Rock and Roll. This song here was a great hit back in the 80s and 90s. And it just basically tells people, hey, you know, the heart of the rock and roll industry is still pumping. It's still beating. And it's within you. So without any further ado, let's get into Huey Lewis in the News and the Heart of Rock and Roll.
Everything they say, and no place that I'd rather be. Where else can you do 500,000 things all at 2:45? When they play their music, ooh, that modern music, they back it with a lot of style, but it's still that same old backbeat rhythm that really, really drives them wild. They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating, and from what I've seen, I believe now the old may be barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating.
Now, I like the way that they use the drums to mimic the heartbeat. And, you know, basically they're going from city to city to city to city, you know, exploring the rock and roll scene in this video and they're in the song. So they're saying that, hey, you know, it's still there, it's still alive and well.
LA, Hollywood, and the Sunset Strip is something everyone should see. Neon lights and the pretty, pretty girls all dress so scantily. When they play their music, that hard rock music, they back it with a lot of flash, but it's still that same old backbeat rhythm that really, really kicks them in the. They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating, and from what I've seen, I believe them. Now the old one may be barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Johnny!
In that last section there, you see the big hair bands and stuff like that style coming out of that big Rolls Royce. Basically, that was, you know, the different styles of rock and roll that's been played. The first section was, you know, punk rock. The second rung here was the big hair bands, and you know, the tight skinny jeans and the, you know, the flashy hairband style. And, you know, they're basically saying that it's still the same genre. It's just, you know, a branch of that. And the way that they bring out this solo with the saxophone, that's basically picking up from back in the 50s and 60s, where in the 40s, where the saxophone was basically a mainstay instrument for music in, you know, those eras.
Ow! DC, San Antonio, and the Liberty Town.
they're basically saying again, like all the different styles, and there was grunge and pop and all the different styles of rock and roll that has evolved over the decades of people playing music. It's all the same thing. It's the heart of the music. It's the heart of the soul of the music that they're really talking about. And it's just, that's what drives people to listen to their songs.
In Cleveland, Detroit, heart of rock and roll.
Alrighty, final thoughts. Now, I love the harmonica at the end there. Doing a solo with the harmonica, that's a cool way to, basically pay tribute back to the 50s and 60s era, where pretty much every musical instrument was used in a lot of different genres like jazz and soul and rhythm and blues, and it was just one of those things that that's they made music with pretty much anything they could get their hands on. And if you could learn how to play it well, like he plays that harmonica very well, then it was part of the band. I like the really cool effect there where he had that light in his jacket and the pumping of the heart at the end. That was a really cool effect to show that the heart of rock and roll. So leave a comment below. Let's have a discussion about this song, how it makes you feel, what you think about it. If you have any personal experiences, with going to a club or whatever like that, having fun and hearing this song, being played, and go out and have fun on the dance floor and stuff like that. The source video will be a link to it in my description box, along with my Amazon affiliate link, where you can save money by shopping on Amazon. You click that, you go to the Amazon store, and then go and do your shopping, and you could save a bunch of money on your purchases. So if you got to do some Amazon shopping anyways, click that link and see if you can save some money. By doing so, without any extra charge to you, Amazon ships me a finder's fee for shipping the traffic to them. It's a great way to help out the channel without doing anything extra that you're not normally going to do. So if you got some Amazon shopping to do, save some money by clicking that link. Until we get to the next one, folks, I wish everybody peace, love, and happiness.